what's going on? So, got a request to do some tapping on my concert tickets while I blah 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 away. So this ticket right here, this is one that I didn't show before because it's actually a show I didn't go to. This is a show that my brother went to. You can see it's Friday, August 16th, 1985. MIA and Wasted Youth, plus 6 more bands. And what is the price right there? It says $7.50. I mean, I would have liked to have gone to this show. I don't even think my bro told me about it. But Wasted Youth, I really liked their first album. It was called Fuck Authority. Really good album. I don't know if you can hear this. But yeah, their second album was alright too. But yeah. Check those sounds out. Grab another one. That first concert ticket that I have, the Dio. The first concert that I ever went to was in 1982. When I was 11 years old. I went to go see Rush. It was the Signals tour, the album right after Moving Pictures, and Golden Earring opened up. They had that popular song, Radar Love. They were good. They were really good. Did a long version of that song. That other song, The Twilight Zone, as well. And then Rush. Rush was, at their peak of their powers back then. Played all their good songs. Tom Sawyer. They opened up with Spirit of Radio, like they usually do. YYZ, Neil Peart, his drum solo. Really good. They were awesome. So this is AC/DC. I also saw Def Leppard on the Pyromania tour. I believe that was in '82 as well. But them too, they were at the peak of their power too. At the Forum, I saw Rush at the Forum also. Uriah Heep opened up for Def Leppard. So this was, the drummer for Def Leppard. He lost one of his arms in a car accident. But this concert that I saw was before he lost his arm. So that was cool. I got to see him. And Steve Clark, the guitarist. He was in the band still. You know, he died. Phil Collin just joined the band. They sounded really good that night. Really awesome. Speaking of AC/DC, the year before this show, 1983, was the For Those About to Rock, We Salute You tour. And my brother went to that show. I remember begging him to take me. But I was like 11 years old then, you know. He didn't want to take me, so it's like, oh. But the next year, we went to the Flick of the Switch tour. So that was cool. What is this? This is Venom, Slayer. Saw Slayer a bunch of times. The last show I saw Slayer was, I believe it was the Seasons in the Abyss tour. Early 90s sometime. I think it was at the Sports Arena next to the LA Coliseum. Really good. This is a trip. Got a coupon for a 7-Eleven in the back. 2 hot dogs for 99 cents. So that was that one. Let's see. Oh, I got this, the Discharge from 1986, Fender's Ballroom in Long Beach. I used to go to a lot of punk rock gigs out there in Long Beach at Fender's Ballroom. Yeah, it used to get really stuffy in there. People would get packed in there and get hot in there. You know, back in the mid-'80s, there'd be a lot of fights that would go on in the mosh pits, but just even the people hanging out, because there would be skinheads that would go to the shows, and then there would be the suicidals, you know, suicidal tendencies, gangsters. Saw some fights break out between them. It didn't get so big that it was gang fights, like a whole bunch of people, but little one-on-one fights. But the bouncers were pretty quick to grab people and throw them out. There was only one time that there was 2 skinheads fighting each other, and the bouncers, they weren't around. These guys were just going at it. I mean, they were beating each other up hardcore, moving all around the floor too, and no one was around to stop it. But I think eventually it got stopped. But yeah, some cool shows out there. Fender's Ballroom. This is that Public Enemy show that I went to. Ice-T, EPMD, Stetsasonic. 1988. The first rap concert that I went to was Run DMC in 1988. It was a few months before this show, probably in the summertime. at the Greek Theater in LA. This was an awesome show. It was the Run's House tour, and Run DMC was badass. Jam Master Jay, still alive, DJ. The opening rap groups were Public Enemy. Awesome. That show too, they were awesome at that show. Their second album was out. Takes a nation of millions to hold us back. EPMD, again, they're on here too, but they opened up as well. They were really good. You Gots to Chill, if you remember that song. And DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, they played as well. They were really good too. Jazzy Jeff was an awesome DJ. I remember Run DMC, DMC, Daryl McDaniels. He came out with a 40 of Old English while he's rapping. And at one point during the show, they brought out the Beastie Boys. And the Beastie Boys, they played one song from their album that hadn't been released yet, which was their second album, Paul's Boutique. And they played Shake Your Rump. It sounded really good. I was like, oh hell yeah, that new album's gonna be the shit. It was too, but I know it didn't sell good, but I loved it back then and I still do. It's a good album. Let's see here. Oh, this is that Metallica. That Metallica show from 1991, January. Yeah. Let's see, don't got much to say about that. Good show though. Really good show. Let me go to this other. This Santana show that I went to in TJ, 1992. I went to the second show as well that you could see. But yeah, we stayed the weekend out there in TJ. I remember the hotel we were staying at, it had a bar. So at the end of the night, we went back to the bar and had more drinks. I believe the bars closed at 2 a.m. also out there. And me and all my friends, we were buying lots of beer. So when they closed, they let everybody else leave, and we were actually the only ones there, I think, at the 2 a.m. mark. And they said, we're going to close, but you guys could stay, and we'll continue serving you beers until you guys leave. So we were like, oh, cool. They just pulled down the shades, turned off all the outside lights, and we just continued partying. And we were walking outside, getting high, and we were on that acid too, so that keeps you up all night. We must have stayed till like 6 in the morning. I remember it was daytime already. Those people working in the bar, they were looking exhausted. They didn't expect us to stay that long. But yeah, else I got here? I got the Beastie Boys, August 3rd, 1992. At was that Irvine Meadows? Yeah. I saw the Beastie Boys also at the Hollywood Palladium on the Check Your Head tour. It's another good show, man. Awesome show. What about this? Tip of the Nails. Some more crisp sound. Let's see. Do a little more. That's that Lollapalooza tour. September 11th. A day that will live in infamy. But back then, not yet. 1992. How about in the back right here? So this was a Soundgarden, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Pearl Jam, Ice Cube. Really good show. Let's see some more right here. We got that Ozzy Osbourne, November 15th, 1992. This was at Irvine too. Yeah, this was at Irvine Pacific. I remember I saw Ozzy also at the Universal Amphitheater, which is in Hollywood, Studio City, right in the area where Universal Studios is. Can't remember who opened up for him on that show, but yeah, that was a good show too. Ozzy's just awesome live, you know. He comes up with the greatest, catchiest melodies in his vocals. It's always just good, man. So he's always putting on a good show. We got Ministry right here. December 27th, 92. Ministry was a trip. Yeah, what I remember about this show too, that I didn't say before, was they played a Black Sabbath song called Supernaut. That's on the Volume 4 album. And they brought out Scott Ian Knott from Anthrax. He got on the guitar and he played. So that was a really cool moment. I mean, Supernaut, man, that is such a good song. Such a good riff on that song. So I think I'm coming towards the end here. Yeah, the Bob Marley. This is the Bob Marley Festival. February 14th. Isn't that Valentine's Day? 1993. Yeah, I used to go to a lot of these shows. They would be also at the Greek Theater in Hollywood. It was better there because it was an outdoor arena. there's this one area in the Greek theater where you could go into the mountain area by the Griffith Observatory, and you're not in the Greek theater, but you're hiking in the mountains, and there's this one section where people would go hang out, and you could see the stage from that area. You know, people just hang out, getting high, drinking. So I saw a lot of shows from that area as well. I saw James Brown, which was cool. Got to see James Brown. Funky brother, man. I saw Santana up there before. A lot of the Bob Marley festivals, but I also went in there too to see Bob Marley. Yeah. And we got this Danzig from August 13th, 1993, the Orange Pavilion. Danzig, really good. I know he recently released an album of Elvis covers, Elvis Presley. I'm curious to hear it. I always forget to do a search on it though. Yeah, someday I'm going to check that out. And then we got this last one, which is another Santana show, March 25th, 1994, the Forum. It's a really good show too. Yeah, it's really cool when there's a band that has congas, timbales. You know, they got all that percussion going on. And, you know, they have jams, you know, people trading off, doing solos and stuff. It's really cool. Good keyboardist. You know, all that stuff is good. Love it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna sign off now, and hopefully you guys enjoy this one. See what I do next in one of these talking videos. So y'all have a good one. Peace.